Hey, it's Mal and today I'm filming a tag video, and the tag is the Orange is the New Black book tag, which was originally created by Cassie from Miss Sassy Cassie, and I'm doing it because I love Orange is the New Black and I love books, so it made sense. The idea of the tag is to basically match Orange is the New Black characters to book characters. The first character is Piper, and for Piper you have to choose a character who is with the wrong person in a love triangle in your opinion, and for that I chose Russell Middlebrook from the Russell Middlebrook series, the first book being Geography Club, the second being Order of the Poison Oak, third being The Attack of the Soul-Sucking Brain Zombies, and the fourth book being The Elephant of Surprise. I love these books, I read them ages ago. For the second, third and fourth one, there's kind of a love triangle and then a different love triangle, and I think the Russell should have ended up with Kevin in all of the books, but that doesn't really work out that way. The plot to Geography Club, the first book, is Russell Middlebrook is just another guy in high school and he's kind of okay with blending into the background, but then Min has the bright idea to start a geography club, which isn't actually a club for geography, it's a club for not straight people, and it's just called Geography Club because no one in their right mind would ever join a geography club. And Russell gets involved with the star football player, which doesn't go extremely well, but it's just him and his friends Min and Gunnar throughout a lot of their high school career. There's also another book that I found out about a few days ago, which is a new adult book following the characters in their 20s. The next character is Alex, and for her you have to name a character who doesn't quite know how to be open about their feelings, and for that I chose Ronan Lynch from the Raven Cycle series. He's just really bad at talking about his emotions, like many book characters come to think about it, but he just doesn't do emotions. It's not like he's completely non-expressive, it's more like he's a very violent person, and instead of dealing with his feelings he just gets drunk and smashes things. The next character is Crazy Eyes, or Suzanne as I like to call her, but her thing is a character who does some not great things, a character who does some not so great things but isn't necessarily an antagonist, and for that one I chose Loki, specifically Kid and Teen Loki from the Young Avengers, because he's not the normal Loki in the Avengers. He's younger and he knows what he's done in all of his different forms. Like, he's known about all of the people that he's killed and all the bad things that he's done, so no one really trusts him at the start of this, and he doesn't actually act like a bad guy most of the time. I mean, once he tried to steal Wiccan's powers, then he was like, wait, no, I really like you guys, you can have your powers back now. And they're all kind of friends for most of the time, and he's not the person that they're fighting the entire time. The next character is Miss Claudette, and for her you have to name a character who doesn't give a great first impression but you grow to love, and for that I chose Alec Lightwood from the Molten Instrument series, because he doesn't give a great first impression because he's kind of mean and grumpy and sad and chewing at his jumpers and just kind of not so great and kind of hostile towards Clary. But then he is my favourite character, so that happened. The next character is Pornstash, and for him it is a character that you think needs retribution for their actions, and for this one I'm going with the same answer that Cassie gave, and that is Severus Snape from the Harry Potter series, because he shouldn't be forgiven for abusing children when they already came from abusive households and generally being a terrible person and humiliating Neville all of the time, so that he's the scariest thing that little tiny 14-year-old Neville ever think of, because he liked Harry's mum and got really horrible towards everyone when she was all like, I don't like you like that, I like James, and he couldn't face that. He's not a good person, and he really didn't deserve to be named one of Harry's kids after, because no. The next character is Sophia, and if you don't know who that is, it's the one with the hair salon, and for her it is a character who puts on a strong outer layer when facing inner turmoil. And for that I chose Adam Parrish from the Raven Cycle series. I already used Ronan, but Adam. In the first book you find out that while taking 3 jobs, I think it is, and for paying for part of his scholarship that is not a scholarship, he comes back and just gets hit all the time by his dad, and that's not right. Luckily he gets out of that situation, but he also doesn't show emotions very good, and he always acts like everything's fine when it's really not. And in the second book someone goes to like hit him on the back. It's like a friendly manly thing, and he just flinches like really big, and it's so sad. The next character is my favourite character from Orange is the New Black, and that is Nikki. And for her, it's a character who always says what they're thinking and uses tough love, and for that I chose Severin from The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black, because he doesn't really have a filter and he's been out of society for quite a while, and he doesn't really like hold back when he needs things. And if you've read this book you'll know a certain thing that he yells in the midst of battle towards Ben, which I thought was amazing. But yeah, he doesn't really know how to talk like a human being because he's not a human being. The next character is Red, someone who will stand up for the people that they love, and for that I chose Percy Jackson from Percy Jackson series and Heroes of Olympus series, because he loves his mum a lot and will pretty much do anything to protect her. He also spends all his time trying to protect Annabeth and just generally the people that he loves and cares about. Next is Yoga Jones, and she is for a character that deals with regret, like quite a lot of regret. And for that I chose Miles from Looking for Alaska by John Green, because if you've read it you'll know what I'm talking about, and if you haven't read it then I can't tell you what I'm talking about because spoilers. Basically the entire thing that the book revolves around involves Miles, the main character, dealing with something kind of traumatic happening and him thinking that he's the reason why it happened. The last character is Polly, and that is for a character who betrays someone and doesn't seem to give a shit. And for that one I chose Luke from the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, because he's just too evil to even think about. Out of all of the betrayal he's like the strongest, because at the end of the first book he's all like, oh everything's perfect, Joker, I'm gonna kill you now. So those are all of the Orange is the New Black characters and all of the fictional book characters. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thumbs up if you liked it. I hope to see you next time. Bye!